There's a storm coming, Harry. Just like last time.
Are there undertones now in the script and the story of Harry Potter that you think basically everybody relates to, that feeling of I'm angry all the time?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. I mean, and the thing with Harry's anger is that it perpetuates itself because he doesn't understand why he's angry, which sort of sums up teenage anger, I think. Anyway. And so, yeah, I think there are certainly things that a lot of people can relate to. The anger and the loneliness of being a teenager and feeling that your friends don't quite understand you is a big part of being a teenager and growing up.
We've got to be able to defend ourselves. And if Umbridge refuses to teach us how, we need someone who will.
Every great wizard in history has started out as nothing more than what we are now. If they can do it, why not us?
Dan seems to be a remarkable young man. He's probably the most recognizable and famous teenager who's ever existed.
Yes.
Is it surprising to you that, given that, he does seem to be so normal and well-adjusted?
It's remarkable, actually, and it's inspiring that someone at the centre of this cultural phenomenon is the most down-to-earth. One of the lovely things about Dan is, you know, when we're working on set, you know, if a stranger comes to the floor, you know, someone who, he'll be one of the first people to go over and say, "Hi, I'm Dan. How you doing? Welcome."
Your director was just saying about you that you're just unnaturally good-natured. That when a stranger would come onto the set, you were the first person to stand and shake their hand and welcome them?
Well, I don't know. I just suppose it's the way I am. I've just always, I suppose, be polite to people and be nice to people and don't, you know, and treat everybody as equal, you know, because then otherwise if you don't do that, you're arrogant, and I hate arrogance. So, yeah, but that's very kind of him to say that. David was fantastic with us because he didn't patronise us, and he just spoke to us as if we were adult actors, which indeed we are slowly becoming. And I think because of that, we all took a great leap forward in these films, in this particular film. I'd also like to say that we've never been particularly patronised by any of the directors, but David, you know, really was willing to challenge us and wouldn't let us get away with, you know, sort of a take where it was sort of maybe not quite as good as it could have been. He would never settle for less. He would always be going for the absolute best all the time.
Sort of exciting, isn't it? Stupefying. Breaking the rules.
Who are you, and what have you done with Hermione Granger?
You're a really good teacher, Harry.
One of the interesting things to read about the director is that he got great performances from you all, in part by treating you as equals.
Yeah.
Is that part of the secret of how to get along between generations?
I think so, yeah. He definitely doesn't treat us like kids. He expects a lot from us, but also at the same time he gives us a lot of respect and a lot of time, and, you know, yeah, he gave us a lot of time. And he also believed in us as well. He was kind of like, he appreciates the fact that we know the characters inside out probably better than anyone, apart from, obviously, J.K. Rowling, ever will, because we've played them for the past 5 years, and we all love the books, and we love the characters, and so, you know, he kind of looked to us to kind of come up with, you know, a couple of lines. He was like, don't know what to put here, what should we ad-lib? Just, he believed in us. It was nice.
It's your turn now.
Discipline your mind.
We're in this together.
If Voldemort's building up an army, then I want to fight.
Does it get tiresome for you at times when people are trying to weasel out of you bits of plot information for the future? Like if you were on the golf course and somebody said, "I'll give you a mulligan, you tell me what happens to Harry Potter," would you go for it?
Well, I don't know anything. That's the thing. So we haven't heard anything about the 7th book. So we just have to wait until it comes out.
Will you be one of the people standing in line to get the 7th? And
Actually, I'm quite lucky. I'm having it sent to me when it's released, so I don't actually have to queue up, but I don't get it. People keep saying to me, "Oh, you know, you must have had a sneak preview, you must have seen it, you must know what's going to happen," and I'm like, no, I wish I did. I get it when everyone else does. So.
Have you made an agreement with yourself to start at the beginning and read it to the end, or are you going to just...
It's hard to say. I can't tell you whether I will be restrained enough, but I'm going to try and just read it page for page.
The
Ministry of Magic is pleased to announce the appointment of Dolores Jane Umbridge as High Inquisitor to address the falling standards at Hogwarts School.
Things at Hogwarts are far worse than I feared.
Is it a cheerful thing or a kind of sad thing that there is a finite end to these? I mean, if it were up to the children of the world, Harry Potter would
never
go on forever.
end. It would go on forever. Yeah, yeah. I think there will definitely be a grieving period after it's all over. Definitely, but you know, at least hopefully the fans will know that there's 2 films to come, so it's not completely over.
Harry Potter, you will lose everything.